Hey folks, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. As you can see, I'm working on my puppy dog, Bathed in Bliss. Finished the first row yesterday. Yesterday. Isn't he so cute? He's such a cute puppy dog. Yeah, but something that I actually wanted to come on here and read something to you guys. It's to do with trade negotiations over the anti-tariff ad. It's on CNN. This is from the website, CNN website, CNN.com politics. Trump says he's ending Canada trade negotiations over anti-tariff ad. President Donald Trump said on Thursday he was terminating trade talks with Canada, threatening once again to upend the crucial economic relationship between the United States and its second biggest trading partner. Okay. That's us, Canada, second biggest. Okay. Trump said he canceled the talks in response to an advertisement released last week by the Government of Canada's Ontario province, which the Premier now says he plans to pause. That featured audio from a speech by former U.S. President Ronald Reagan criticizing tariffs on foreign goods. Just a sec, I need a drink. There we go. In the 1987 speech, Reagan lambasted tariffs as hurting every American worker and consumer and triggering fierce trade wars. After the ad aired, the Ronald Reagan Foundation claimed it misrepresents the speech and that the Ontario government had not asked permission to use the clip. While the ad edited the speech and lacked context, the theme of Reagan's full 5-minute speech, which the Reagan Library has published on YouTube, is full-throated support for free and fair trade. Sorry about the voice in the background. If you've been around long enough, you know that's my daughter gaming and chatting with her friends. Yeah. It'll be nice once we're in a bigger place. One day at a time, though. Anyways, to continue. Reagan delivered it from Camp David, where he was soon to meet the Prime Minister of Japan at a time when American sentiment for the country was eroding after its companies flooded America's market with inexpensive cars and electronics. Reagan had just placed higher tariffs on various Japanese products to try to stem the damage the imports of cheap Japanese semiconductors had done to U.S. manufacturers. But Reagan was clear. He was loath to take that action and believed high tariffs had exacerbated the Great Depression. Yet by Thursday night, Trump had taken to social media to blast the ad. The Ronald Reagan Foundation has just announced that Canada has fraudulently used an advertisement, which is fake, featuring Ronald Reagan speaking negatively about tariffs, he wrote on Truth Social. He claimed the ad aimed to interfere with the decision of the U.S. Supreme Court and other courts, and defended tariffs as critical to the U.S. economy and national security. Based on their egregious behavior, all trade negotiations with Canada are hereby terminated, he wrote. In a separate Truth Social post Monday, Trump incorrectly stated that Reagan supported tariffs. They fraudulently took a big buy ad saying that Ronald Reagan did not like tariffs, when actually he loved tariffs for our country and its national security, Trump posted. Thank you to the Ronald Reagan Foundation for exposing this fraud. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said Friday his country can't control the trade policy of the U.S. We recognize that policy has fundamentally changed from the policy in the 1980s, 90s, and 2000s, and it's a situation where the United States has tariffs against every one of their trading partners in different countries, he told reporters shortly before boarding a plane to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Carney said that tariff negotiations with the U.S. had yielded a lot of progress. We stand ready to pick up on that progress and build on that progress when the Americans are ready to have those discussions, because it will be for the benefit of workers in the United States, workers in Canada, and families in both of our countries, he said. Later Friday, Ontario Premier Doug Ford said that after speaking with Carney, the ad campaign would pause on Monday so that trade talks can resume, but not before it runs during MLB's World Series games over the weekend. Our intention was always to initiate a conversation about the kind of economy that Americans want to build and the impact of tariffs on workers and businesses, Ford said on X. We've achieved our goal, having reached U.S. audiences at the highest levels. I've directed my team to keep putting our message in front of Americans over the weekend so that we can air our commercial during the first 2 World Series games. CNN has also reached out to the office of Dominic LeBlanc, the minister overseeing U.S.-Canada trade. Ford had first posted the ad online on October 16th, writing in a caption, "Using every tool we have, we'll never stop making the case against American tariffs on Canada. The way to prosperity is by working together." A disclaimer under the ad states that it was not approved or sponsored by the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library or the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation. Along with its statement, the Ronald Reagan Foundation offered a link to the full, unabridged version of Reagan's decades-old speech, in which he speaks at greater length about why he opposes tariffs. More than 5 million American jobs are directly tied to the foreign export business, and additional millions are tied to imports, he said in one quote, which was not included in the ad. The description for the full YouTube video lists the speech as unrestricted in both access and use. Growing tension. Since Trump took office, the centuries-long friendship between the U.S. and Canada has broken down amid bruised feelings over tariffs and Trump's threat to make Canada the 51st U.S. state. Many Canadians are boycotting American goods and refusing to travel to the U.S. Canada has long been one of the U.S.'s top trading partners. Last year, the U.S. imported $411.9 billion worth of goods from Canada, according to government figures. But Canada's economy has been hit hard by Trump's steep sectoral tariffs on autos, steel, aluminum, lumber, and energy, some of the country's key exports to the U.S. Those fall under the U.S.-Mexico-Canada Agreement, or USMCA, which Trump brokered during his first term and will be under mandatory review next year. Canada's unemployment rate is now at its highest point in 9 years. This is the last thing that either country needs, Jack Buffington, director of the supply chain program at the University of Denver, told CNN after Trump's announcement. "We need to stabilize the North American supply chain, particularly given the challenges that the U.S. has with China." Carney won an election in April with a strident message for Canadians, warning that their relationship with America would change dramatically in the coming years. He has fostered relationships with other Western countries instead. On Thursday, before Trump's post, he had announced on X that Canada plans to double its non-U.S. exports in the next decade. "Our core mission is to build a stronger economy, one that doesn't rely on a single trade partner," he wrote on X. The economic relationship has reached a boiling point several times over the course of Trump's second term. Earlier this year, in the relationship's tensest moment, Ford threatened to halt exports of Canadian electricity to the United States, which would have sent U.S. energy bills surging. But he ultimately backed off that threat. Trump has also threatened to call off talks with Canada in the past, only to restore negotiations. Tensions have eased slightly in recent months, however, with Carney meeting Trump at the Oval Office earlier this month. There, Trump joked about a merger of the two countries, but also praised his counterpart as a world-class leader. LeBlanc, the Canadian trade minister, said negotiators for both countries had left with directions to quickly land deals on steel, aluminum, and energy. He described the meeting between leaders as successful, positive, and substantial. That's a cool-looking outfit. Sorry. That brief warming, it seems, is over, at least for now. Yeah. So, that's from CNN. And it was just updated a few minutes ago. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Because I was quite surprised and not surprised that Trump is doing this stuff. I neither support nor whatever. Yeah. Anyways, to me, politics is always going to be a thing. I don't care I don't care what, whatever, I don't care what your beliefs are, your views are in politics, whether you're pro-Trump, anti-Trump. I'm Canadian. I look at it as we're all human beings. It doesn't matter what country you're from, who you support, who you're against, who you're for, all of that stuff. At the end of the day, we all bleed red. We all suffer from pain. Well, okay, no, we don't all suffer from pain, because there is a disease out there that prevents. Anyways, we all have feelings. We all bleed red. We all have loved ones. And yeah, at the end of the day, like, does it really matter? As long as you have you have a core belief in something, in someone, whether it's just you don't believe, like, even if your core belief is to just believe yourself, believe in yourself. As long as you believe in yourself, at the end of the day, right? Yeah. So, I just wanted to put that out there, let you know, and for any of you that were curious, right? I saw that earlier this morning. I would have shared it earlier, but had things to do. Anyways, this is the first time I've spoken about anything political on my channel. In the future, I plan to share more, but, like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But not just talk like politics, but like other legal stuff too. But up to a point. But I will also be I will still continue sharing, like, look at the puppy dog's face, the cute blue eyes, it's so cute. Yeah, so I'm going to work on this a little bit today and then rest, because busy week. Tomorrow's going to be another busy day. Today, my dad came, picked me up. We went to the hardware store and we got some stuff together to do an awning over the slide out. Tomorrow we're getting the rest of the stuff and his ladder, and we're going to put this stuff up. We're going to cover it with the tarp, and then bing bang boom, done. No more leaks. Fingers crossed. Okay, until next time. Bye.